If you haven't checked us out before, or this is the first time you're watching, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when we go live. Go over to patreon.com/workingfanspodcast. On average, our wrestling podcast on Patreon tend to be double the length of what makes it to YouTube, but we have classic interviews going up there, combat cast, unedited episodes as soon as we get done with them. If you watch the Working Fans podcast, you know this might be one that we are most excited for, and I'm glad I put up the sides on this one. But you got four of the greatest teams here.
Yes,
or four really good teams. I say greatest, but then I see the Machine Guns, and I'm like, they're good.
Yeah,
but amongst the greatest.
Tough. That's a tough call. No offense to TNA, and they're a great tag team with a great history at TNA, and they're kind of what made TNA great as a great alternative. People like the Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, but
you put them up against three other heavy hitters here. So
hitters, yeah, these are some heavy hitters. Now, you got Flair over there too, but I mean, we're looking at Blanchard and Anderson. Like
that's what I was thinking.
They're the Brain Busters. They're the Four Horsemen. Now, Tully and Double A are, if you go back in terms of success, and you look at, they were WWE and NWA tag team champions. If you just fucking forget that for a minute, though, and you just look at how they acted in the ring as a tag team, insanely good. Just as good as the Midnight Express or anybody else, I think. Maybe you could argue the Midnight's better, but like their double team where Tully would like slap a guy in the face, get him to chase him, Tully ducks, and Double A comes over and clotheslines the guy. You know, we're in this setup stuff. The spike pile driver, how they would sneak around the referee's back and hit that move. All great, great stuff. So sometimes I wonder if they're not the best team of all time or closer than a lot of people think. But again, let's go back to what we said earlier. You got to talk about the look in the ring, the aura. Nobody had a look or aura like the Road Warriors, Animal and Hawk, the Legion of Doom. Like nobody was selling out Japan and places in the United States like the Road Warriors were. Arguably the Horsemen, right? But I would say I got to go Road Warriors number one. I got to go Horsemen number two. And honestly, you could argue that the Machine Guns were a more updated version of the British Bulldogs and what a lot of stuff did. But what I like about the Bulldogs is, although Dynamite was powerful, Davey Boy was more like that muscle guy, right, with a vertical suplex, hold up anybody, and Dynamite was the snap suplex. So I like the contrast a little bit more. So Bulldogs number three, and the Machine Guns, regrettably, had to go number four because someone's got to be number four on this list.
That's an interesting lineup. The way you were building up Arn and Tully, I was like, yeah, they've got to be number one. So they're going to be my number one. I've got LOD at number two just because if you're a child of the 80s, there wasn't a team that had a bigger aura than them. I'm going to go British Bulldogs third just because, you know, they were also in that sweet spot of, you know, our wrestling fandom. Even though like Dynamite wasn't around for terribly long, they made such an impact that they stood out. And then I've got to put the Machine Guns number four on that list.